with Counterpunch Boxing News. This is Evening Talks. Lindsey Crawford's in the building. Counterpunch to you. You guys come in, hit that like button. I am in workflow. I have my top secret stakeout gear in. It's hurry up and wait. Name of the game. Let's talk about some boxing, guys. Why not? Not doing anything. We're just chilling. Excuse the mask. I need it to cover sometimes in case somebody comes near you. So you got to pull one of these. Andy Cliff. How's things? Any big fights this week? Yeah, that's a good question. What's happening this week? Well, I know the remainder of the month, the UK shut down. We just had Campbell Garcia, so we've had that for a while. We know the Fury at Joshua fight. That's going to explode, but everyone knows pretty much where that's going for right now. Is that Festus, the mask is needed, protects you. Yeah, sometimes. These are the good masks. These are like the N95s. Actually, these are the N99s. Kalen Simon, Counterpunch to you. Warrington vacating, what the fuck? Yeah, I heard that. I heard Warrington. Yeah, he's giving up that belt. It's the name of the game. Put up or shut up. Put up. He put up. So, that happens sometimes. Sometimes that does happen. We got 14 on the chat. We got 15. Let's hit that like button, guys.
Hey, Derek, what time you go for your tires? I caught them about 20 minutes ago. They're not.
But, Kurt, what's your thoughts on Wilder versus Martin? I like the idea. Everybody's stoked for Joshua Fury. And people forget quickly about every other thing in the sport of boxing. Yeah, the biggest thing. And I think what the problem was, I think what killed boxing the most, I think what hurts boxing is when you have these big fights, and these big fights are, they're promoted, they're overhyped, they're Bobby Collins. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. And they're pushed. And it's supposed to be the saving of boxing, but in actuality, depends on how that fight goes down. That's what really dictates where boxing is right now. Look at Mayweather-Pacquiao. Everybody talks shit about that fight. Every single thing that you could actually commentate or remark or post a video on was posted about those two guys. Okay, and then what ended up happening? The fight was mediocre. It just wasn't terrible, but it was just mediocre. It was nothing like people thought it was going to be. Right? So after that, people kind of gave up boxing because people put all their energy into that particular fight. I'm not doing that with Tyson Fury Joshua because I know the fight's going to be what it is. It might be a fucking Klitschko versus Fury 1. It might be a snooze fest. Right? Because there's too much money on the line, and then you know how people are. People, and they know, well, hey, I got $100 million. Those guys might fucking decide to coast. I hope that's not the case. But I'm just saying, we've seen it too many times before. These big fights, and then people are looking for something to happen. And based off the skill set of the fighters, you might not see a lot of landed punches anyway because you got two guys with their defense on point. Their offense is the secondary to their defense because nobody wants to really get hit because nobody wants to be the known loser or lose a particular round. But with Wilder and Martin, I like that fight. One moment. Andre Rodriguez, Counterpunch to you. Hopefully Wilder versus Martin is one of those AJ versus Tyson Fury undercard. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. Hell no. They're not gonna put a PBC fighters on an ESPN DAZN or Matchroom. No, impossible. Mr. Harry Mata. Happy New Year, Kurt. What's your year's view on Teofimo Lopez versus Josh Taylor? I say a very good fight. And see what happens eventually. If you're the big boy on the block, which Teofimo Lopez is, excuse me, you're going to run into somebody eventually. You keep moving up, you're going to run into that person that balances you out. Rap star boxing knowledge. Salute to you, brother. England in the building. Chris R, let's hit that like button. Yeah, let's hit that like button. Let's hit it. Nikki Blue Eyes Austin. Good evening, Kurt. Can I ask you to a live for my birthday next Wednesday? Please, Kurt, just got a new job. I start tomorrow working in the hospital by Parliament. I'm one happy woman right now, Kurt. Cheers. Counterpunch to you. So Wednesday's your birthday, right? Okay. Wednesday is your birthday. I'll try to do a live, and of course, I'll give you a shout out Wednesday. And definitely if I'm off, I'm going to do it anyway. I just hope it's some way you can remind me. 27th in the building. Damian Meadows. Hi, Kurt, with Canelo versus Billy Joe looking good for May. Do you give Billy Joe a chance? Of course I do, Damian. Of course I give him a chance. He's a slick southpaw. He knows how to box. He's bigger and he's taller. And he's not going to sit there and let Canelo crowd him. That's one thing that, like those bigger guys, they started fighting like they were shorter fighters for some reason. I don't know how that happened. Sergey Kovalev, Rocky Fielding, and Liam Smith. All those guys fought like a bunch of fucking dickheads. They fought like Canelo was their height. He wasn't. He was a shorter dude. JP, blessings to you, brother. But Damian, yeah, Billy Joe could do that. And then he knows how to turn it on too. He just has to keep boxing him. But here's the thing. Will boxing win him the victory on a decision? That's the only problem about fighting someone like Canelo. Because, see, Canelo's not going to go in there to lose. And since he's not going to go in there to lose, it's all about what the other fighter can do. So if the other fighter even puts up half a chance, he has to go above and beyond to damn near tie. You see what I'm saying? Like Golovkin was able to outwork Canelo, push Canelo back. Canelo worked on his boxing skills and tried not to get hit as much. He eluded. He circled. Triple G stalked him. He threw jabs. He landed a lot of jabs. He pressured him with the jab. Every so often he landed a right hand, a left hook. They had some exchanges. It was excitement. But at the end of the day, he still got a fucking draw. You see what I'm saying? So with Billy Joe Saunders, Billy Joe's going to have to do a Floyd Mayweather replication. Stand there, don't get hit, do some slick boxing, stay away from Canelo. When Canelo overcommits, he has to be there to nail Canelo. He has to make Canelo look like Lara made him look for the first 6-7 rounds. And then 8, 9, and 10 of those rounds. That's what he's going to have to do. Well, 10 or 11 of those rounds. Kalen Simon. Canelo versus Charlo is honestly what I want. I want that too. Because, see, Charlo's a tough, big fighter. And he really impressed me when he put a whooping on Deverenchenko. That I was really impressed because I thought that guy was going to be the guy that was going to press him, was going to be that guy. And Charlo handled him real well. Real well. Loose Retro Gaming. Kurt, Wilder versus Martin is a decent fight in my opinion, but I think Martin is the same level as Dominic Breazeale. Well, they both was beat by Joshua, right? I think, you know what? That'll be a good fight, though. Dominic Breazeale versus Charles Martin would be a very good fight. Yeah. And see, here's the problem. Why couldn't Charles Martin fought Dominic Breazeale years ago? Why? Because Dominic Breazeale was guaranteed a mandatory position and a shot at Deontay Wilder over Dillian White. But is he on the same level? We'll see. Because see, just because he fights Wilder and does a better job. Let's say Charles Martin goes in there and don't get knocked out. He goes in there and goes 12 rounds with Wilder, and Wilder somehow wins a decision. Does that make him better than Dominic Breazeale just because Dominic Breazeale got knocked out? No, because Dominic Breazeale is the kind of guy, he likes to take exchanges. See, the only problem, he didn't hit Wilder flush. Dominic Breazeale can punch. Make no mistake about it. You ask all those guys that he upset in Ngannou. What's that? I think he's the Miami kid, Perez, right? He took him out of the game. So he fought a couple guys that were promised as pretty good prospects, and Dominic Breazeale took them out of the picture. So I don't know. They're just two different fighters. One's a southpaw. The other one's a bigger, taller, orthodox fighter. Charles Martin has the speed on Dominic Breazeale. So, I don't know. I don't know about the same skill set because all of them have different attributes. They've both been beat by Joshua, yes, but we don't have another common fighter in between them. And now if he fights Wilder, they both fought Anthony Joshua and Wilder. So if Charles Martin gets beat by Wilder, okay, that's that. Wilder joins that group with Kalnaki and Joshua. Billy Joe is one of the most underestimated boxers out there. Would be a very interesting fight. He has style. He is just the best chance to cause him problems. Yeah, he could cause an upset if boxing was right, honestly. Appreciate you. Apoja 5E. Appreciate you. My friend makes them down up in Carrollton. Damian Meadows, cheers to you. Kurt, this year is a great year for boxing. I'm looking forward to all the big fights, undisputed especially, but I like the Usyk Joyce fight for rematch for Povetkin, White, Martin, Wilder. Looking forward to Ruiz too. Yeah, I want to see what Ruiz does. That's going to be a big night of boxing. He is the former unified heavyweight champion of the world, people. You know what I'm saying? And regardless how, here's the catch-22. This is what balances everything out. Regardless of if anything was wrong with Joshua, which, a lot of people believe that was in the first fight. If anything was wrong with him, that had nothing to do with Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz came in fat and out of shape and all that stuff, that had nothing to do with Anthony Joshua. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Those guys came in on a better night 2 different times. They both share a victory. They both share a loss. One decision, one technical knockout. If I'm Andy Ruiz, man, I would push that third fight with Joshua so damn hard to the point where I'm like, yo, we're 1-1. I knocked you out. You just outpointed me. Who has a better performance? But to be fair, Ruiz, he needs to fight some people. He needs to redeem himself. And he could get off that redemption list quick. How? Fight some opponents and beat some top quality opponents. Shit, fight Ortiz. Uncle Arthur, what's up, brother? Props from the UK. I would love to see Joyce win that. Joyce is a badass, but honestly, I think Usyk knows how to handle big guys like that. Big, slower guys. Right now, I just don't see him doing that to Usyk. I see Usyk doing the same shit he did before. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see anything different from Joyce. Joyce is always going to be Joyce. He's always going to be slow. He's always going to have great endurance. He's always going to have a super magnificent chin. You know what I'm saying? And it maybe he will always lose to Alexander Usyk because it's just Usyk is that guy. He can step in and out of the pocket. See, Daniel Dubois wanted to fight fire with fire. Usyk is going to fight fire with finesse and skill. Okay? That's what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. Has Povetkin recovered yet? I guess he has. I mean, hell, I guess. Topin time. Appreciate you, brother. You and Apoja 5E, y'all like this mask, man. You can buy them from a friend of mine. He sells them. Alan Skill, have you seen the Ricky Hatton's son Campbell has pro debut on White's Povetkin undercard? I've heard about it. I've seen little spots about it. I've seen the kid. He doesn't look like his father too much. His father looks like an old Grimish bar drinker now. Sad, poor bastard. But I want to see what his son does. I want to see what Campbell does. Campbell Hatton. Hitman Jr. I want to see what Hitman Jr. can do. Let's hit that like button, guys. Let's get those likes up. Would be something because Joshua beat Martin when he was undefeated. That's true. That is true. He beat him when he was undefeated. And I got a video about that, countering some key stuff about how Martin is the opponent to Wilder now, or supposedly. And then versus how he was back then and the perception of how that was then. So stay tuned for that. Uchenna Ali, what's up? Counterpunch to you. Uchenna? Kurt, can I ask your honest opinion? Who do you rate highly in carrying women's boxing right now? Would love your counterpunch on women's boxing. Women's boxing, you got Serrano, you have Shields, but I think Shields is really getting bitter towards the sport. Why? Because, sad to say, women's boxing it's crumbling like people think boxing's crumbling, if that makes sense. They're not paying enough. There are not enough fighters. Well, there's not enough money.
Yeah, we moved on to hand sport.
So there's not enough
Need to have somebody check out
buzz around women's boxing right now.
on the rim trailer.
And I appreciate Jules from Ring IQ, for getting the interviews, for promoting women's boxing. And he's doing a hell of a job. He's doing something that I'm not really, I follow Nunes, Holmes. It's weird. Like, if as far as women goes, I love UFC fighters. Like Amanda Nunes can't go wrong. The Lioness can't go wrong. Holly Holmes, Chris Cyborg. Those fighters are like I watch that shit. I do videos on it. And normally I do them on this channel, but I got the other channel. I throw them on there. So, but my take on it, Clarissa Shields is good right now, but she's more like a Roy Jones was in his era. There was nobody really there that could compete with him, like a Mike Tyson was in the 80s era. Nobody could really compete with him. So it was one of those things. She's one of those people that's on top of the mountain, and there's no demand because there's nobody that, oh man, I hope she can't beat that person. In fact, the problem, it's so bad where you take somebody 42, 43 years old, like Layla Ali is, and then you try to make and rehash or resurrect a fight that really wasn't even chronologically possible. Layla Ali has been out of the sport of boxing for a very long time. She just looks very good for her age because she takes care of herself. That doesn't mean she could have had Clarissa Shields. That's how bad women's boxing is as far as competition seeking. They want to find something for Clarissa, and there's nothing out there. It was Christina Hammer. Christina Hammer, she got her business. So what else is left after that? Nothing. That's my counterpunch on women's boxing. They need more people. They need more people. They need to understand that more boxers, and I think they're losing a lot of their women, female talent to MMA too. So that's another factor. Halim Boston, counterpunch to you. Well, Nikki, I hope I answered your question. Andy, yes, he is training. Well, no one knows how anyone really recovers. The impact in body ever since the COVID but he is preparing himself for white. Yeah, that's true. You don't know what it'll do to you. That shit's. Something tells me, like, if it's not the flu and it's like flu plus something else, that something else is like neuro. You know what I mean? Like some kind of neuro fucking weapon or something like that. It just got out of hand. Fresh Prince, Counterpunch to you. Loving the boxing content on this page. Sending blessings to you, sir. Thank you, Fresh Prince. West Philadelphia, born and raised. No, let me stop. It's open time. Wilder fans still believe Wilder is still in mediation. These guys are sleepers. That shit's over. You can't say I'm going to sue you and you're still be in mediation. That's just retarded. Next. I can't see Billy Joe versus Canelo in May. I can, and I hope that's the fight we want to see for Canelo. Roy Jones Jr., salute Kurt. Bring that fire. Y'all must have forgot. I ain't forgot Roy Jones. I will bring that fire. I'll bring that finesse. I'll bring it all. Mark David Muego. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Member in the building. Brian Petro. Sorry, my friend. Eddie Hearn will never, ever let AJ fight and in shape Ruiz again. Probably not. Probably too risky. Yep. Usyk did beat Joyce in 2013. He did. Joyce isn't ready. What's up, Kurt? Ohio up in here. Just got off. Marquise Johnson. Ohio in the house. How's the weather up there? Chael gonna talk about you on his show. You gutted him earlier. Yeah. Oh well. I don't care. I don't care. I really don't care at all what Chael does, or or whatever, because Chael's a UFC guy. He just needs to stick to UFC. He's very opinionated, and he will stay that way until he drops dead, more than likely. So, Helene Canelo signed 2-fight deal with Eddie Hearn. Billy Joe also with Hearn. Yep, that's true. It's gonna happen. Andy Cliff, yeah, the 2013 Usyk versus Joyce fight was good. It was good. I might watch that after this. Top 5 pound-for-pound boxers of all time. Deadly 2020. Man, I don't know. Because I watch so many different boxers, so many different places, faces. Okay, let's see. Roy Jones. Bernard Hopkins. Manny Pacquiao. Floyd Mayweather Jr. Canelo Alvarez. There. Why do I say that? Because those guys were successfully moved out. Oscar De La Hoya don't really count. Why? He did move up. He was a 5 weight class guy. He could be top 10, but top 5, no. Because he wasn't successful. When he went to 160, he got really beat by Felix Stern, and he got dropped and knocked out with a body shot by Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins, on the other hand, was successful on moving up in weight. Went to 168, went to 175, and he did it at a ripe, rare age. Yes. Of course, you get Sugar Ray Robinson, sure. You know what I'm saying? That's just goes without saying. But people that come to mind, I just call them. Roy Jones Jr., he went all the way up to heavyweight from 160. You know what I mean? I haven't seen anyone that did that in a very, very long time. Floyd Mayweather, shit speaks for itself. And that's not in order. I'm just saying. Floyd was able to beat everybody in those weight classes. And he came from 125 to 154. Facts. Manny Pacquiao, same shit. He came from a smaller weight classes and went to 154. Right? And was successful. Not went up there and got his ass beat like Kell Brook or Mikey Garcia or El Spence will if he gets up there fucking with El Cinnamon Canelo. I see Wilder knocking Martin out pretty easy. I see Wilder knocking anybody out pretty easy if he can get that one punch. 2-minute rounds are trash for women matches. They are. That's like women doing push-ups on their knees. Fuck that. Marquise, I'm with you on that. Good counterpunch. Helene Boston, do anyone know how much Katie Taylor got for her last fight? Just let me know. I don't know. I surely don't. Is Shields the UFC now? She's still training, but she has a fight for a mandatory soon. So she's just not 100% focused on that. James Farrens, Counterpunch to you. What's up, champ? Let's go, champ. Let's go, James Farrens. Damian Meadows. Women's boxing has good traction in the UK due to Matchroom. Lots of live coverage on main cards. Yeah, in the UK, not here. Yeah, that's true, though. Let's hit that like button. No talks of Shields fighting a boxer match yet. Yeah, Mr. Park. She's fighting a mandatory fighter. I heard it this morning. She got 4,000 pounds, Katie Taylor did. Damn, that's it? What do you think about Dustin Poirier? He's from Louisiana. Daniel Cormier, too. Dustin, I don't know. I never seen him. The fight is a chess match for Wilder. He'll quickly become AJ's mandatory for the IBF in 2022. He'll cash out after that. Smith and West. That'll be cool. Work his way to the top. Because you know one thing about Joshua. If he beats Tyson Fury and he stays fighting, which I believe he will. If he beats Tyson Fury, that's only a year and a half. And he's, the Tyson Fury Joshua saga's over. But, things don't end like you think they're going to end. They could end up fighting 3 fucking times. If that's the case, none of them guys can't say shit. Because at one point, Joshua would have had to beat Fury. You know what I'm saying? Fury has not been beaten. So I'm really curious to see how Fury's going to react when he loses. See, everybody wags their finger at Wilder. Yeah, he took his loss poorly. He did. But that don't mean nobody. That don't mean he's alone. Okay? That don't mean that he'll be alone with that shit. People act like a straight ass. D-Town Blaster, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Kurt in the chat, we speaking on today, man. We speaking on everything under the sun. Let's see, where we at? Who's going to win if Joshua and Fury meet this year, Kurt? I don't know. It's going to be hard. See, I'm looking for Fury to look better against somebody that has boxing fundamentals. So it's going to be hard. Now I just got to go and watch them and, and do my own breakdown. But on top of my head, I don't know yet. I haven't called it. Is there any way Clarissa could fight KT? No. She's too small. Too fucking small. Nikki Blue Eyes, thank you, Counterpunch. Kurt absolutely answered my question. Counterpunch to you, dear heart. Phil Hollerin in the building. Middle Box J, what's up, brother? Respect from England. Canelo signs with Matchroom. Haha, Oscar will have to share his coke with Oscar. Wait, Oscar will have to share his coke with Oscar. What does that mean? Huh. Okay. Helene Boston. Okay, fight fans, uppercut that like button. Let's hit that. Let's get that like button up there. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's hit that like button. Smash it. Counterpunch it. Pull counter. Shields versus Marshall. That'll be a good fight. Why not? Canelo just got a 2-fight deal with Matchroom, so Billy Joe is highly likely after Yildirim. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Because, see, Eddie's going to supply the money. He's going to make sure everything goes smoothly financially. Whereas De La Hoya, I don't think he did that, and I think that's why Canelo was pissed off at him. Because Canelo was expecting Oscar to have his back. Canelo was kind of like, I don't know. We had a good deal. Canelo's a good fighter. But, the money, it's not there right now. All that bullshit. He shouldn't have went that route. And Canelo was like, oh, yeah, really, motherfucker? Fired. Fired. Look when you have seen Canelo fight in months, February, then May. All right, that's good. And he has made a very, very good turnaround. Canelo has. Gerard, what's up, brother? You think about Wilder and Charles Martin. I like it. I like it a lot. It is hot as hell. You know what? The South sucks as far as winter. If it's gonna be hot, stay hot. I shouldn't be doing this in January. This is stupid. AJ's confidence is sky high, like my Johnson after a blue chew. Okay, after a blue chew, huh, Marquise? Damn, okay, blue chew, I'm thinking blue. Viagra pill, maybe. Okay. Does an in-shape Ruiz bang as hard as he did when he carried the weight, though? I don't know, Alan Skill. That's a good question. That's a very good question. It's going to have to be something that's answered. No, Dan Falk, just the size. Just the size. I don't see Usyk moving for 12 rounds straight against Joyce. No, because at times he's going to stand, use his defense, counter, and then, look, counter, make Joyce respect him, and then keep moving. He did it the first, well, he didn't do it for 12 rounds. Stuart McNabb, good evening to you. Penny Royal T, merch link, please. Penny Royal, hit me up on Instagram, DeVille Kurt, please. You got it. Do you think Prime Sugar Ray Robinson can beat Canelo? Oh, Canelo, yes. But, fantasy-wise, yes, I do. Usyk might lose to Joyce. Usyk starts to fade in the later rounds. Joyce just seems to keep coming and gets more aggressive in the rounds that go by. Wouldn't be surprised if Usyk stopped, unlikely. Wow. If Usyk gets stopped and he gets beat, do you understand Joe Joyce's stock will rise and Joe Joyce would be the man to be dealt with? And let's look at it like this. What if Joyce crosses paths with Wilder? What if Wilder can't fucking put him down like Triple D couldn't put him down? Yeah, that would be one terrible guy. I'm juggernaut, bitch! I mean, he took some solid punches from Daniel Dubois. He didn't go anywhere. Yeah, man, he did do 8 weight classes. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Kurt, it's 2200 hours here. Headed to bed. Thank you once again for answering my questions, sending blessings and guidance to you. Thank you, Nikki Blue Eyes. Counterpunch to you. Have a great night. Wilder is no boxer. He's a knockout artist. He likes to punch and get you out of there. Oh, you see him knocking Martin out. Southpaw, right hand, go figure. It wouldn't be unbelievable. Wilder versus Charles Martin should have happened when Martin had the belt. Now it means nothing but a name without substance. Still a name. It's just, look, it's championship boxing. Heavyweight boxing. Fury's on fire. I saw your old videos. Why didn't you talk about Fury when he beat Klitschko? Because at that time, I just started my channel. That wasn't the focus point. I started my channel like in April of 2015. I was more like I had a show, okay, and the show consists of different things, and like that wasn't the hot topic at the time. The hot topic at the time was Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. So, and then of course, heavyweight boxing didn't mean anything then. There you go. Nico the best. I mean, it wasn't what it was now. Which name goes first on the poster, AJ or Fury? I think no name, just undisputed. Well, somebody has to go first. Somebody has to go last. Flip a coin. That's what they did with Oscar De La Hoya Trinidad. They flipped the coin. Trinidad came out second because they flipped the coin and Trinidad won. Team Trinidad. Inui. I got Inui. Boxing Finesse. What's up, brother? Salute to you. because it wasn't worth talking about. The Boarfest fight. Yeah, that's true. Okay, got news for Kurt. Billy Joe was training with Ben Davison. He had 2 spears today. Billy Joe. Okay. Big Boss, what's up, brother? Stand up and salute. Why didn't Fury rematch him? A lot of shit. A lot of shit happened. Mental illness, doing drugs, popping PEDs. You know, we had UCAD fucking with him at one point. It was a lot of things that happened to Tyson Fury all at one time. Cheers to you, Penny Royal. I do think Wilder wins because Charles Martin seems to lack the toughness and the mental edge in the big fights. And he cracks.
I got your pressure washer ready.
Well, if Wilder hits him with that right, it's over.
Okay.
You know Wilder's going to be the favorite. And I think if any of these guys win, it won't be by a decision. I can tell you that right now. Penny Royal T. It's called Counterpunch Boxing News Round 2. Who are you picking for the fight, AJ or Fury? I'm not sure, Dragon Leg. I'm not sure. Good interview today with IBL TV and Cogs and Tony Bellew, one of my home city favorites. Loads of content for you. Alan Skill, I appreciate it. I might check it out. Dude, it is humid here. It's like humid like fucking the Caribbean down here now. I got the windows open. Dude, it's crazy. Fury's gonna make AJ look like he didn't even belong in the ring with him. Boxing fan, I heard that. That I gotta see. I like that confidence. I like people that stand on their heel. Kokesto, Mashigo. What's your favorite active heavyweight boxer? Right now, it's Joe Joyce. I like Joe Joyce. I like Joe Joyce's attitude. He's not boisterous. He's just kind of like a seek and destroy kind of guy. I knew he's a monster, but Loca. I used to like Danny Dubois until he beat Dubois. Now he takes the place of Dubois. Joshua was criticizing Fury for his performance versus Vlad, but he did worse versus Ruiz. At least Fury tried to engage a little. Fury, look, they did the same shit. Both, when Tyson Fury fought Vlad, he did the same shit. And he never fought Vlad again because he knew Vlad has a problem with, engaging. If you notice, he can sit there like his trainer, Emmanuel Stewart, used to get on him a lot because he would sit there too long. He was too hesitant in times. Vlad was. You had to get him pissed off to actually start putting punches together. You know what I mean? Because if somebody was too tricky, he would take too long. He would try to overcompensate. So he wouldn't really throw punches. If the punches weren't there, he wouldn't throw. He wouldn't create anything. And it drove Emmanuel Stewart fucking out of this world. It drove him crazy. No, he don't like to get hit, but he doesn't like to throw either, though. Yeah, he is a good man. Joe Joyce. You know, Danny Dubois started talking shit about people and about disabilities, and he got fucking stopped. Fake British fans are hating on AJ. Argument is delusional. Tafila Gadzama. Counterpunch to you. Where you been? Kurt, who do you got if Usyk versus Joe Joyce? Usyk versus Joe Joyce. Right now, I got Usyk because I don't see Joe doing that. But this is a 12-round fight. It is a 12-round fight, so. And I have to look back at Usyk, and look at his last couple fights at heavyweight. Did you see Fury in a video giving Wilder/LDBC the finger next to the poster where he knocks Wilder out? No, I didn't, Peter. Send me a link. I got to check that out. UK, we aren't hating Josh. Penny Royal, counterpunch back. We don't hate on AJ over here. We're looking forward to the fight. Fury is vulnerable to an uppercut that's has good recovery though. For he does have good recovery. That's gonna be a hell of a fight though, because even if he hurts Fury, Fury's gonna just start. He's gonna fight. He's not gonna fight. Cool, Peter. I look forward to it. I never thought Fury's gloves were loaded or loose, but every time he puts Wilder in a headlock, he was positioning his wrist on his nose, perhaps the chloroform, and rewatch it a few times. Charlie, Germany. I never even noticed that, because I've watched that fight a lot, and I seen the headlock was fucked up. I mean, he had him locked. You know, did Usyk or Wilder agree to step aside? No, they did not. Neither of them. Yeah, Eric White. If Anthony Yard, if he loses again, yeah, they're gonna have to start putting him in slower competition. They're gonna go backwards with him, and then they're not gonna know really what to do with him in his career. Still feel for Usyk. Okay. Trying to grow my beard out, then I'm gonna shape it up and all that good stuff. So, Robsty, ¿qué es lo que pasa, hombre? Espero que todo bien. Sí, espero estar bien, pero estoy enfermo ahora porque este mar ni da tiempo. How good would Floyd have been at heavyweight? Oh shit.
Down left, hard left.
You'd been, I mean, look, you'd have to put Floyd in a heavyweight boxing. So how big would he be? Would he be Mike Tyson size? Would he be 6'1", 6'4", 6'5"? You know, that's a good question, but you'd have to really think about it, and you have to put too much into it. Where would Floyd be? What type of heavyweight would he be? Would he be like a Chris Bird? Would he be 6 foot tall, real quick, fast, clever? Yeah, I think he would be challenged more because he's a heavyweight. It would be more dangerous for him. But yeah, I think he would equally be great. Funny how Fury fans have been brainwashed by his mind games. They're going to need rehab after AJ stops him. Big boss. See, there we go. That's another one. Floyd at heavyweight, I'd imagine he'd fight like James Toney did. Probably so. Yeah. You know, not a lot of punching power, but you know, a lot of skill. Ras Palma. Ahora tú sabes. Yo hablo español, sí. Ras Palma. Or Palmer. Alan Skill. Well, Floyd did knock out the Big Show. Hey, mush talk. Not wrong with your beard. Don't do the vanity. You're far too intelligent for that. Who the hell is Mushtack? Hey, Mushtack. Crunk's Gym with Sugar Hill, the best thing to happen to Fury. Sitting on them punches was key for beating Wilder and fighting too. Ben Davison style got him in trouble in the fight. Well, Ben Davison just tried to accommodate what Tyson Fury already knew. He already knew that Tyson Fury can box. He believed in the philosophy, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of situation, and he tried to go with that. Somebody like Wilder is a guy that comes forward. As long as he's coming forward, he's never going to be discouraged. I don't care how many times you hit him. You got to knock him out, but he's never been knocked out. Right, he's been dropped a couple times and stuff like that, but as long as he has the momentum and he's coming forward, he can throw that right hand and hurt you with it or knock you out with that right hand. Okay. What do you think about Luis Nery versus Brandon Figueroa? I got Figueroa. That's a good kid. He's a sharp cat. He's better than Omar. He's better than Omar. He can take a punch. He can dig deep. He can fight when he needs to. He can box when he needs to. I like Brandon Figueroa. Oh, green eyes. Yeah, it's cool. Kurt, I was wondering if it were possible if YouTube boxing experts like yourself, Aries Boxing Bros, and Bruce Vane can make a good live discussion. It would be gold, mate. Kudos from the UK. Will Mesa, 34. Yeah, that'd be cool. I haven't talked to Bruce in a while. So, I don't know. I mean, because, I like Bruce. I mean, I like Bruce. I'll talk to him sometimes. You know, we'll chat, you know, talk it up, chat it up. But it's like, one thing about individual YouTubers, like, you know, me and Bruce has a totally different schedule than I do. You know, people have their own lives. Like, getting together would be cool, but then, like, what should we talk about that we haven't already talked about 100 fucking times? You know what I mean? Now, the conversations that we would have are just like, yo, you guys would fucking love that. That would be some members only Patreon shit for him, members only for me kind of thing. Because the shit we talk about is like unapologetic, you know. Same thing with Showbiz the Adult. We'll have conversations that I won't discuss with anybody else, and vice versa to him, you know, because, you know, you want to keep it professional. But it's like, those are discussions that are probably the most raw, you know, the most gritty, because it's like, it's no filter at that point. See, I don't give a shit on my channel. I try not to cuss a lot anymore, you know. But, you know, some will come out every so often. Showbiz, I think, you know, he keeps his, you know, at that point. Can you beat Daniel Cormier, the UFC fighter? Probably at boxing I could. But I don't know about MMA. That motherfucker ain't gonna wrestle me down. He's like 245. Then he's shorter than I am. So he's coming right at my midsection and stuff like that. You know, I put a front snap on him and, you know, I'll spar him. But, you know, fight him? Yeah, I'll box him. I'll fight him in the ring. I'd do it for $500,000 or $1 million. You know, I would fight Daniel Cormier in the ring with boxing gloves. Yeah. Dead fucking serious. You know, if I get the guarantee that that the fight's on, we'll fight in a bubble. I will box him, but I have to be in shape. You know, it could be like an 8-rounder or something like that. 6-rounder, 8-rounder. That would be good. I would do that for that amount of money. $1 million plus. Boom. 1.2. Let's go. 1 million. Let's go. I'm dead serious. I agree with you and Aries. Yeah, I like Aries. I watch his content. Jay Barrientos. Figueroa gets KO'd by Neri. Okay. I gotta see it. Kurt, will you make some historic boxing lives in the near future? Yeah. I hope so. I hope so. Also, Fury fanboys ignore that AJ said he's more than willing to fight Ruiz a third time at some point. And I can see Ruiz Jr. getting knocked out in that fight with the improvements AJ's made. It would be a good fight. Because what Andy Ruiz would do in this fight, cut the ring off, throw punches in bunches, try to overcrowd him, overpower him, you know, outwork him. You know what I mean? Get Anthony Joshua. Stay close enough to Anthony Joshua so Anthony Joshua would get overzealous enough to fight him back at close quarters. That's what Andy Ruiz should do. Crowd his ass, cut off the ring, work the body, come towards him, throwing punches, and then, because see, at some point, AJ ain't a bitch. AJ is going to fight. And when he fights, he's going to start exchanging. When he's exchanging, that's Andy Ruiz's time. Oh, there it is. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Those are the times. But if he stands back and Joshua's able to, you know how Joshua, if he's able to stick him at a certain point, yeah, he's gonna do that shit all night. He's gonna do that shit all night to Andy. You and Boxing Bros live together. I haven't reached out to him yet. I mean, I don't object to it. Why not? I mean, I love to talk about boxing. Look, I could be in a freaking bar and just start a conversation of boxing, just straight off the dome. Where do you think the fight will take place? My money is in China at the Bird's Nest Stadium. Might be a political move to keep up some good relations. 91,000 capacity. That would be fucking awesome. Because what the craziest freaking thing, China is nothing like what the rest of the world is going through. That makes me very fucking suspicious. They're fine over there. I mean, they're fine over there. You hear about everybody else dropping dead and sick and all that shit. They are fine. What the hell? What the Hades? He said showbiz is PG. Life doesn't have a filter. Mush. That's true. Do you think Dillian White will become a world champion within the next few years? I hope so. He'll become some kind of champion again. I don't know. I haven't seen enough of Tony Yoka. I see Philip Ergovic. He's pretty good. When all AJ fans thought Martin was the world champion in the fight. When all... ADZ fan, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Que lo que voila. Saudi Arabia will be boxing fan. I thought about that because see, one thing about Eddie Hearn is going to go where he knows the money's going to be, and he knows the money's going to be in Saudi Arabia because he knows that Joshua was paid $85 million last time. Damn. Twist they hips, Kurt. Klitschko and Ruiz knocked AJ. Okay. Eileen Fury got dropped by Paj kick in Cunningham, though. Just saying. More likely to be in the Middle East. Yeah, Robski. I think so, too. Somewhere in the Middle East. AJ got a glass chin. I don't know about that shit. Because if it was that glass, that means Vladimir Klitschko should have shattered it. And Vladimir Klitschko has how many knockouts under his record? If AJ had a glass chin, like people say, AJ would have seen that day a long time before Andy Ruiz. Big balls clowning. Obviously not, though. Yeah, a solid punch to the back of the head. Only reason Vlad didn't win was because he didn't go in to finish AJ. Yeah, I think that game plan should have changed. As soon as he hurt AJ, he should have went for the fucking kill. Because as soon as AJ hurt him again in the 11th round, he went for the kill. But look how long that's been. He had 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He had 5 fucking rounds to do what he needed to do. Vlad was just trying to, I'm going to bring him into deep waters. And I am then going to show the young guy what I can do. You know, And he shouldn't have done that. He should have took Anthony Joshua's ass out in round 7. He survived round 6. He should have took his ass out in round 7. He should have took Joshua out. Joshua was all over the fucking... Joshua was like, oh. I'm like, dude, you look drugged. No, he just fucking tired. Lady Shan Denson, I love how you went in on King of the Loserville, the MMA fighter. I watched it back like twice. Yeah, that motherfucker, Chael Sonnen. Chael. Not so swell, Chael. Yeah, he's a part of that Loserville community. He's a hater. Because it's like, you know, he's one of those sideline male cheerleaders and shit. That's what he does. You know, he talks shit about Mike. He talks shit about Floyd. Today he's talking shit about Anthony Joshua. He's just not a guy. He's one of those people. I'm going to tell you, Chael Sonnen is one of those people that he doesn't like other people getting or hearing successful people in their victory. He doesn't like to hear when people do good. You can tell. Because that sprung up from him seeing someone that's doing well, like Mike Tyson, and then shit went viral, and Mike Tyson's like fucking 12, 13 years older than he is. He's only like 42 or 43, Chael is. So he's like 11, 12 years older than him. Chael Sonnen is a guy that never got to where he thought he could go. You know, he's been outspoken. He speaks so well. Okay, fine. You know what I mean? He's a shit talker. Cool, whatever. But at the end of the day, he never really accomplished what he could have accomplished. And he was a fucking juice head at that. So, yo, you were a cheat. I know that's more common in UFC. So, but it is what it is. Chael Sonnen, he's just a cheater. He's just a guy that, you know, he gets off talking shit about other people that he can't be, or he can't compete, or he can't, you know, he can't be on their parallel. Bruce Vane killed him too. Yeah, I seen that earlier. I seen it like a couple hours ago. And when I saw it, I promised that I would do one. And I was supposed to do it, you know, in my apartment. But, you know, time got past me. And I wasn't feeling too damn swell. Chael is getting exactly what he wants right now. He says stuff like that to make people mad. Okay, JJ Kopak. He ain't made me mad. He just had to get counterpunched, you know. Yeah, I went on a rant. I ain't pissed off at the guy because I know his demeanor. His demeanor is like this. He tries to be somewhat like a Floyd Mayweather. That's Chael Sonnen. The only problem is he doesn't back the shit up. He's a wannabe fucking Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor will at least kick some ass every so often to let you know that he is still the notorious one. Who the fuck is that guy? You know, he's that guy. He's the badass. See, Chael Sonnen is the wannabe. He was the guy that wanted to follow that Mayweather before Conor McGregor, actually. He was before Conor McGregor came to power. So he was that guy that wanted that type of steam, wanted that type of reputation. He wanted enough people to not like him to the point where they're buying to see his fucking uppity, shit don't stink, shit talking, arrogant ass lose. But what happens? He loses. So then there's like, there, final riddance, motherfucker. Oh, then you were on drugs? You get no love here. You know what I'm saying? AJ has plenty of stamina. He trains like a monster. He normally recovers after getting wobbled. He has done pretty well in his career, I think. I agree to that. He's done pretty well. Something the shape of You guys are crazy, man. Fucking Wilder. Chael never lost a round. Yeah, until his ass got until he got stopped. Check my gram. There's someone who competes highly with you with the Floyd impersonation. I got to check that out, definitely. Fight Fan 30. Wilder was knocked down by Dustin Nichols. Okay. I don't know who that is, but all right, cool. Whatever. Wilder got done for PEDs 8 times. Huh? And brushed under the carpet. Chael never got anywhere. He's almost a joke. Never watched one of his fights. He's a floor junkie. Haha. Yeah. You know, like most people that can't fight, you get someone 2 or 3 times in the face, and the first thing they try to do is tackle you. Yeah, that's that type of person that Chael is. I bet you if you punch him in the mouth, he'll try to wrestle you, because he wants to just get you on the ground and all that shit. Like, you can't fight me straight up like a man. You got to fight me like a fucking 4-legged animal. That's fucking impressive. Good for you, bud.
Hey.
Hi there.
Hi. We are getting rid of one of our actors. Could I steal a van to take her home?
You may. Can I get a van to pull up the base camp to run an actor home?
Thank you. Thanks, sir.
The Fonda's coming to you.
Khabib mauls people. He does maul you. Now, Khabib gets look, the motherfucker used to wrestle a bear when he was a kid. You know, gingivitis is the most common cause of tooth decay. Hell yeah. Yeah. Frank. Torcios. Yeah. Damn Wilder. In the egg weight form. I still don't think he made all that shit up. I think he listened to a lot of that shit someone else made up and just rolled with it. I do think that. Look, Kurt, Wilder's been done for drugs more than Fury. Look it up. Well, we knew Wilder was on drugs. He took steroids for his hand. That was like, that's one of those tax exempt kind of situations there, though, because he actually had an injury that medically they gave him that to recover. So, to be fair, not like Chael Sonnen fucking doing drugs before a fight to give him an edge. That's cheating. So that's the difference. Will drugs become legal at some point? No, they shouldn't. But then again, here's the problem. They shouldn't be, but at the end of the day, that doing drugs don't guarantee shit. It doesn't. My eyes can still see, and my ears can still hear. Marcy D. Counterpunch to you. That's Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, confessing. And he's meant to give people a lesson. He says, don't wait, make the date. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Y'all must have forgot. Sorry. To this day. Sorry, Roy. To this day. Oh, no, bud. I'm talking previous to that. I'm not sure. I never heard of anything. Spinal. Doesn't matter who made it up. Wilder endorsed it. AJ showed how you take a loss. Yep. That's why AJ's loved and adored, and people are looking at Deontay Wilder like they want to throw him in a fucking straitjacket and shove him in a padded room. Spinal. I actually think Deontay Wilder, he got his fucking back broken. I think he really got his back broken. You know, and I think also his back was broken. I think also his heart was broken a little too. Because I know that's how you feel, like everybody's against you. You're losing, you're getting your ass whooped. Motherfucker was mauling you, had you in the headlock. He was showing you just so much thing. He was doing them bad. He was taking his fucking face off. He was bleeding all over the place. He didn't have a chance in hell of winning shit. And he didn't even know how to fight him. He hit through that right hand like a sissy, like he was in fucking school. I seen my sister throw punches better than that. You know, it was all so fucked up. It was all so fucked up, and I seen him. So Wilder, I think he broke his back. Spinal. His back is spinally broken. His heart's broken too. That's why you don't hear from that motherfucker. And I ask him, I'm like, yo, you got any heart, nigga? What you want to do? What you want? You want to fight again, nigga? What you want to do? You want some money for nothing? What you want to do? You want to fight Fury, or what you want to do? You want to fight him? You fucking pussy. You want to fight him where everybody gonna think you're a pussy now? Because you got a couple channels that like you. You ain't shit. You just fucking run around here. You go hiding under the rock and shit. Kick that rock over and stand up on your 2 feet and show people you're a real fighter. That's what you do. Because I think your back is broken. I think your back is broken. Oh man, Mike was. Look, Mike had to. I had to do something with Mike. You might get that little fucking spit there. I got him down though, man, because he's talking shit. He don't give a damn no more. I need a little spit so I can talk a little better. It's better for my front teeth because it's, for the words that roll off better with the rolls in there.
Copy that. How about right here in front of the electric truck?
I got Leo.
Yes, thank you. Also need a garden hose operator.
Can you do an arrow spins? Oh God, I can do an arrow spin. Hell, I'm arrow spin. This strap season. The step is Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford don't make no money. He don't make no money. That one we don't want to see him. He need to get with Al Heyman. Don't worry, we'll fight him in 2-3 years. I won't fight Canelo on the zone. But I ain't fighting on ESPN. I ain't fighting him at all. Oh God, I'm gonna punish all of them. I stop Golovkin. I'm Jamaican. I'm Jamaican. You practice your in-persons, or are they just all off the dome? Yeah, they're just off the dome. I don't fucking walk around fucking pretending. I just I think about, because I'm an actor, so I think about like what they would be saying at a particular point in time, especially if what we talk about, how they would respond. Like like what Manny Pacquiao said about Errol Spence, right?
Here's parking on a rounder.
So it was like Errol Spence, I could see him pissed off about what Manny said. Manny Pacquiao, I think that Errol Spence is slow. Slow. I think he's not the same fighter he was before the car accident, the Ferrari, or the Lamborghini, or whatever the car. It was really fast, and he flipped it over because he was drinking. He should have called an Uber. He should call Uber. Oh hell yeah, wow man, Park. Shit, I interviewed I interviewed Teofimo Lopez Sr. and that motherfucker's intense. Look, that was a treat. Fucking Teofimo Lopez Sr., that motherfucker was like, yo, let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something. My son has never lost a round in professionals or never lost a round in sparring. He's fought all of these guys. He's only 23. He slept with me by the age up until the age of 17. I've been hard on this kid. I made him cry in a fucking interview because he knows how real I am, bro. We New York. I don't let him get into no bullshit. I don't let him to get with these bitches. I approve anything my son does. My son will kick every ass, bro, because he's that disciplined. He will kick everybody's ass before it's over, bro. Listen, Lomachenko, he thought his shit didn't stink. Now, look what his shoes on the other foot, motherfucker. Look where the shoes at. Now you gotta come to us. They're gonna beg us for another fight, bro. My son's gonna whoop Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. He's just a little clone of fucking Oscar De La Hoya, bro. That's all he is. He's a clone. Oscar cloned him, bro. He cloned him. He cloned that motherfucker. That's all he is. We're gonna whoop his ass too. I'm telling you, my son gonna whoop all the asses, bro. If he doesn't win, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna retire from boxing, bro. I'm gonna retire. Zach Ella. Yeah, man. I'm like, look, I didn't have to say shit. I got like 2 words in, and Teofimo Lopez. Listen, let me tell you something. Fucking all those guys. Why didn't they do the shit? Why didn't they fight? Why didn't they do it? Nobody fought Loma except us. Everybody was scared shitless, bro. Everybody. Everybody was scared shitless. That's what they do, bro. They run and they talk shit off of Twitter. Look at Tank Davis, the Cabbage Patch doll, face-having motherfucker. He couldn't even fight nobody. He hid behind Floyd the whole time. My son wanted this fight, and we got it. We got it, bro. WDE. Damn, bro, made me spill my beer. Counterpunch to you, sir. That's a good spill. His dad can get Loma out of it. He can't get Loma out of his head. Kurt, had you tried doing Joyce yet? No, Joyce is kind of difficult because he doesn't have a British accent, which I'm really not good at British accents either. But he doesn't have that. He has this kind of he talks as though he's talks kind of like a Haitian almost. You know what I'm saying? Like he kind of stumbles over his words, like he mulls over his words and shit. So no, it's very difficult to get that type of, because it's a mixed, what do you call it? Mixed coding and shit. Different accents come together to make his. Like maybe a little bit of Nigerian, a little bit of Irish or whatever. Big Kurt spitting the truth way, big stormtrooper mask on. I know, right? This shit looks like Cobra and shit. From G.I. Joe, if you guys ever seen that. Who's your son, though? Do a Roy Jones Jr.? Oh, Roy Jones. Oh, I'm going to tell y'all something. Everybody must have forgot. I'm Roy Jones Jr., P-Town in the house. All these fighters, they, even Floyd. Floyd came up under me. I showed him what he needs to be doing. And they looked at me before they looked at Floyd. Floyd was my little brother. So if you think of Floyd, you think of me. I'm the baddest. Y'all must have forgot. I knocked Virgil Hill out with a body shot. Y'all must have forgot. Pete Town in the house. I went all the way to heavyweight, unscathed. They had to take the first loss from me. They tried to they cheated me, and they cheated me in the Olympics. I beat the shit out of the Korean boy. They gave it to me. The Korean boy knew it, and I whooped him too. So I ain't nothing to it. Y'all must have forgot. Still Roy Jones to this day. Then I'm taking Chris Eubank Jr. all the way. Y'all must have forgot. Roy Jones, baby. P-Town in the house. I fight chickens. I race chickens. Hell, I was born in this. I'm the baddest man on the hill. Y'all better leave me alone. I'm trying to tell you, I'll fight Mike Tyson again, even though he hit me, had me hurt. But shit, I'm gonna fight him again. I'll fight him again. I'll fight Lennox Lewis. I'll fight anybody. Anybody try to come back that's my age, my pedigree, y'all think y'all want to see me, meet me, and y'all will be me. Chris Eubank Sr. Ooh. You just got to get real pompous. See, my son. You remember when Chris Eubank, before he got beat, he was kind of like, he was just his son this, his son that. My son is the best fighter the best fighter in the middleweight division. He's that kind of cat. Do Mayweather. Follow the Warriors code. Do Frank Bruno. Frank Bruno has the craziest fucking laugh ever. You ever seen it? You heard him laugh? I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, don't do that again, please. Yo, brother, fight between Parker and Junior Fa. Yeah, that's good. That's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a very good fight. Keith Thurman. Ain't nobody beating me. I'm Keith one-time Thurman. Ain't nobody beating me. Errol Spence wasn't even on my level when I was coming up. Floyd ducked me, and he tried to throw Errol Spence in my way like a fucking wall. Like he was a trash barrel in an alley.
Just a little bit more.
So what he tried to tell me to do, he tried to tell me to fight Errol. How the fuck you gonna tell me to fight Errol, and you ain't fighting me, Floyd? Fight me, Floyd. You better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son. Hey, here's Floyd's counterpunch. Like I said before, Keith Thurman. No disrespect to Keith Thurman, but he ain't on my level. He can't sell tickets. You know, he ain't even did a pay-per-view. He's a premier boxing champion. He's Al Heyman's prodigy, and on their model, they are free TV. So if he's free TV, he can't be pay-per-view to see me. So he's not even on my platform. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's a good fighter. I take nothing away from him, but he's just not on my pay. It's premier boxing champions. Al Heyman decided to put TV boxing back on free TV because the fans needed to see it. But I'm from a different era, from a different era. So when I fight, people gonna pay to see me. Belts don't make me. Belts don't make me. Yeah, man. So it is what it is, man. These guys, these fighters, it's a trip, man. It is absolutely a trip. I think AJ was too cautious against Parker. Well, he knew Parker can move, but then again, he knew what he was dealing with. He knew exactly what he was dealing with. He knew that he was dealing with a faster, more skilled fighter. You know, that's what he knew what he was dealing with. You know, he didn't know that about Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz just tricked his ass. You know, I like to fight. I want to fight Anthony Joshua. I think he's a good fighter. And I'm glad for this opportunity. I thank God for this opportunity that he's giving me. And I'm ready to shock the world. But I'm so glad for him and his team that they're giving me the opportunity. I'm glad for my trainer, Manny Robles, and my father that's going to give me everything I need, and God's going to be there for me. And he didn't know, and Joshua didn't know shit about him. He didn't know shit about him. It's a blessing. Yeah. Yeah, that cat daddy right there. That cat daddy. Spinning image is still going on the skill. They post stuff on YouTube. I think you can find the full episode. Gridbox. Dragon Leg. Great impressions, bro. Do Jarrell Miller. Man, Jarrell Miller's kind of, hey, show some respect, B. Show some respect, B. Let me tell y'all something. I didn't fail no good drug test. Fuck all that bullshit y'all hear. I'll be back. Jarrell Big Baby Miller, cheeseburgers. What they found on me was 1/8 of a 100% of nanogram. You couldn't do shit with that, you know, and that wasn't really nothing but a dick hard pill. Get hard dick pill. That's all that really was. And you know, anybody say something to me, I will smash their face. Say, show some respect, B. Show some respect, B. You better show some respect, B. I'll break your goddamn face. Yo, you know what though? Jarrell Miller's one of them guys though. I wouldn't want you don't want to go up to that guy talking shit. I bet you'll punch your face in. Cause he has the mentality of like Riddick Bowe. I mean, he's one of those guys. I'm a big fan of Fury and AJ, but I will not pick a winner between them both. I'll be happy with whoever wins aside and loses. Jonathan Jerome. That's probably the realest thing somebody ever said regarding those two, because Tyson Fury is a guy you can't just, oh well, he's gonna get his ass whooped. No, we've done that shit before. You bet on Tyson Fury, you fuck around, lose your money. You know, but every dog has his day. I get it, but when will that day come? And will it ever come for Tyson Fury? No. Do Obama? I don't know. Obama's like Obama. Obama's like he's cool. I think I can do him. I'm not sure though. I know I bombed that Chris Eubank. It's crazy how under the radar all these fighters be ducking each other and be quick to point out how a fighter is and forgets that they be fighting bums too. Yep. Cheeseburgers. I know I fucked up. I'm crying inside. Oh, Floyd Sr. Hey, yo, I'm telling y'all, my damn Floyd, look, Floyd, whoop out, though. They whoop out their ass. What'd you say? You think you gonna get the best of me? Huh, punk? Floyd got what he learned from me. Kurt say 2 square lick slices sausage in Scottish accent. I don't know how. How are you, Counterpunch? Hope you're well. Hot video, Counterpunch to you. I'm feeling Fury retires after AJ win or lose. Yeah, he'll have too much money. I can see AJ. I mean, I can see Fury. You know what? I'm giving it up. I've done this too many times before. I've been fighting all my life. I'm a fighting man. That's all I know. I've got these checks. These are my retirement checks. I'm gonna spend time with my family and have another baby. That's it. I'm not interested in fighting bums. AJ was the last bum I fought, and I beat AJ decisively. Yeah, he caught me with one, but you have to nail me to the canvas. I am the Gypsy King. I will always be the Gypsy King. She said, I hope that you're a female. Aaron, I think it will go to a very close decision. Joe Foley, I've a feeling Fury, yeah, he does retire. Okay. It sounds like Bob. Bob who? Bob Hope? 6 foot inch nails. Oh, that shit's hilarious, dude. Fury has a manic accent, not Irish. Much love and spite. Yeah, I fucked that up. It's all good. Can't win them all. Kurt, what improvements do you expect with Harold in White's corner? For him, definitely not to lean his ass over. Your Joshua is not a good fighter. Appreciate the broadcast. It's easy to do Eddie Hearn. You just pronounce your oohs as A's. Yeah, oh Eddie. Oh Eddie Hearn. You earn with Hearn. Kurt, I got a new pair of trainers or sneakers, but only one shoelace. Fucking made in Taiwan. Fucking made in Thai. Kurt, can you? It's crazy, Philip. Can you do a counterpunch / fantasy fight? Mike Tyson versus Joe Frazier. Who do you think would win?
Of course I can. Of course I can.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell. I hear that. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Hearn's quite good at impressions himself. Yeah, Hearn's an overall slickster, ain't he? Not everyone done in. Much love to those that love. Penny Royal, Counterpunch to you. Have a good night. Heard WBC made Wilder mandatory. How true? I don't know. I mean, how would they? You know, you just make someone something and then don't know anything. But guys, it has been fantastic on this live chat. We have to do it again soon, maybe this time tomorrow. Everybody on the chat, stay safe, be blessed. And everyone has been counterpunched. Peace!